nice job. Very exciting season, and it's a very long season. It's like 19 races, and it runs from March to November. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, just finished actually last Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, plus the testing and everything, but it's a fun
Turned
job.
out well for you.
So, yeah.
Now, when you have a long series like that in so many different places and so many different kinds of racetracks, what do you have to focus on to make sure that you accumulate enough points to win the championship at the end of the season?
Well, in our series, there are a couple of things that are very key always. Consistency, you know very well.
Oh, don't I ever.
Consistency is always very important.
Yeah.
Of course, speed is more important than everything, but it doesn't matter if you're fast one weekend and you're slow on the other weekend, because it's 19 races.
That's right.
The point system benefits a lot who is consistent and not who wins a lot of races.
And week in and week out, would you rather be consistent or fast?
I'd rather be fast every weekend.
Yeah. Now, your team is, one of the owners is Paul Newman. Mm-hmm. And what is this, honestly, what does he do? Does he do anything? Have you ever seen him with a wrench?
No, he comes over to the car in the middle of the qualify session. Cristiano, you're not braking late enough in that corner over there.
Really?
Yeah, you better get on it.
And what do you say to him? Mind your own business, actor. Actor boy. But it must be exciting to have him around, huh?
It's very exciting. You know him, he's a great guy. He's very, very passionate about racing.
Yeah.
Like, amazingly passionate about racing. Just goes not only to, I think, 90% of the races we go to, he also goes to the off-season testing. Sometimes we test in places like very difficult to get to and everything. He shows up there, stop watching his hand, you know, watching the cars go around and everything. Asks, hey, how was this change? How was the other change? And everything. He's very passionate about racing.
Well, that's good. Now, you're from Brazil, is that correct?
I'm from Brazil.
What is the town in Brazil?
The name of the city is Belo Horizonte. It's quite a bit warmer than New York, actually.
And what does that name mean?
It means beautiful horizon.
Oh, that's
it's
lovely.
Because during the winter over there, we used to, you know, that sunset sometimes you get at Phoenix, the sky gets kind of pink.
Right.
It's similar there.
Oh, it sounds like a beautiful town.
It's beautiful.
Now, Brazil, and certainly it seems in the last 10, 20 years, has been a country that produces a lot of very, very successful race car drivers. Is that just coincidental? Is there a reason for that?
No, I think there is a reason for that. I don't think it's something about our water. Yeah. I think I have a little bit more technical explanation for that. I think in Brazil, go-karting is very professional. Go-karting is how you start if you want to be an open-wheel race car driver. So you start racing go-karts, then you move to the slower formulas like Formula Ford, Formula Renault, Formula 3. And in Brazil, all these levels are all very professional and very competitive. So I think, like, when you have good schools for medicine, you produce good doctors, and for lawyers, you have good schools of lawyers, you make good lawyers. In Brazil, this school for drivers is very good and very efficient. Probably, I would even risk say maybe more efficient than Europe even.
And your father was a champion?
My father was a champion many years, but he never raced open-wheel cars.
It was the stock cars, what we would know
stock cars, GT, touring cars. Many times.
And did he want you immediately to be a race driver or not?
No, he was, when I first came to him, hey Dad, I want a go-kart, I want to start racing. Then he gave me a dirt bike.
Right.
Then
now, I would be excited if somebody would give me, like, for instance, if you gave me a dirt bike now, I'd be thrilled.
No, especially me.
Yeah, but you weren't happy about a dirt bike.
I was 15-year-old, so I looked at that dirt bike and I thought, wow, this is cool, you know, and I can have some fun with this. But I always thought, maybe I'll get distracted by this thing for a couple of years, and when I get back in my racing thoughts, maybe it's too late. Then it was for my 15-year-old birthday. So I told him, Dad, I don't want this. I want a go-kart. Then he told me afterwards, a couple of years later, that day I convinced him. My brother still rides that dirt bike. So it worked for him.
So even then, you knew really what you wanted, and you were focused on it as a teenager.
No, yeah. I think a lot earlier, I was a very shy guy. So I was even shy to ask my dad for a go-kart. I don't know why, but it was difficult for me to ask for him for a go-kart. So, but once I got started, I knew what I wanted, and he supported me all the way after that.
That's good. It seems like you've overcome the shyness.
Well,
Now, throughout the racing season, they would make a great deal about the fact that you're, I don't want to embarrass you, but do you mind if I ask how tall you are?
5'4".
5'4".
Yeah.
And the automobiles that you drive, they weigh like 1,600 pounds roughly in there, 800 horsepower or something like that? Is that an advantage to be a smaller person, or is it a disadvantage? Are you constantly struggling with the car, or is it good for you to be this size?
No, I think it's good for me to be this size. This year, because I had a good performance throughout the year, there was a lot of people complaining about my height, my weight, and everything. It's strange because
They
in the
thought that gave
previous
you an
years,
advantage, being a little
yeah,
lighter?
just being lighter especially. It's strange. I told them many times, come on, guys. I've been racing this for 3 years. The other years, you guys were all kicking my butt. And now suddenly, it's just because I'm light, I'm winning races. So it's...
It makes them look silly, doesn't it, to complain about
Yeah, I don't
that?
know what it is, you know, but I don't think it was the reason why. I think it was a lot of teamwork, you know, hard work, effort, focus on the job, was a lot of things together.
And now you're going to race in Formula One. Are you excited about that?
Very excited about that.
Are you nervous? Are you a little frightened?
Well, the transition between champ cars and Formula One, even though the speeds are very similar, the way of driving, the way the team works, because in Formula One the team actually has to build their own car, it's very different. And you work with a number of people that is a lot bigger than what you work with when you're driving in a car team. For example, in Newman House we have more or less 70 people working in the team. In Toyota Formula One, which is the team I'm going to drive next year, we have like 500.
Oh, my God.
So I think just to get relationship going with everybody, you know, everybody gets to know their own place, what they have to do exactly. I think takes a little bit of time. Of course, driving style is also a little bit different, but for me, it's a new challenge. I really felt like winning the championship in kart this year. I felt like it was time for me to try a new challenge, and I think it's going to be good.
Well, congratulations on the championship, and good luck next year. We'll be watching
Thank you, David.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Cristiano da Matta, everybody. We'll be right back with Shania Twain.